get the fog out. And first of all, I want to wish each and every one of you a happy new year. It's the new year, new me kind of a resolutions that we might be making. And with this new year's, I thought of covering a topic which is like you can't build new habits on top of your old habits, right? And the core idea is that New Year resolution don't fail because your goals are weak. It fails because your old habits quietly stays in control. So if this is something that you are interested in and you wanna get to know more about it, stay till the end. We will discuss some frameworks that you can apply in your life. You can think about, and we'll share some personal stories with you as well. So we have already set our goals for 2026 that we are going to build new routines, we are going to make a new version of ourselves. This is going to be the year of me. But here is an uncomfortable truth, which is that most people don't fail their new year goals. They overlay them on top of last year habits and they hope that the friction will magically disappears, and it doesn't, because the 2025 systems are still running. Old calendars, our old reactions, our old identity, our old way of being too much available. It's like when you try to install a new operating system on top of your old one, rather than resetting your old operating system without taking down your old operating system. So the chances are that your new operating system is going to crash because it still has some of that corrupted file that was creating problems in your old operating system. So let's try to name the real problem here. As a founder, as a creator, as an operator, even as a dreamer, we are obsessed with adding habits. It can be like morning 4 a.m., 5 a.m. routines. It could be like deep work time blocks. It could be the content consistency that we are trying to build. But what nobody tries to understand is that what habits from last year are still running and are still leaking into my life. Because the habits aren't just actions, they are permissions. What you tolerate, what you think is normal. And the most dangerous legacy habits, at least for me from last year, was being too reachable. This year I thought maybe I'll try to generate more content, I'll try to ship better products, I'll try to refine my services in my agency. But because I was being too reachable to almost most of the clients and people, availability isn't an issue in itself. If you think about it, it is a carrier habit. It kept my old patterns alive, and old habits don't disappear. They keep on leaking slightly till it becomes problematic for you. So let me tell you like a familiar story which is like inspired based on like few of my friends and myself as well. It's like composite, but it's also like based on real events. So like 2025 last year, 20 January 1st hits, and to like write down new habits that this year I'm gonna post weekly content, I'm gonna be healthier routine, I'm gonna get that 10K steps each day, I'm gonna hit the gym, I'm gonna go and have like a play tennis every day, I'm gonna have like a focused work days. This was like each and every one of us tried to get into. It feels like very clean, very simple, something that is like achievable. In fact, like last year we were doing more of that as compared, and I thought maybe this year if I think that I can focus on these things, I can like achieve it in a little bit more refined manner, and I can get like a little bit more healthier and I can ship better products. But here is what I did not change. It is that we were still like treating the urgency as a respect. Like the client, whenever the client responds, then we are like, yes, we are available. We can have a call right now. And by this mid of January, like my deep work habits are fighting now. It's because of my availability habit. My health habit is fighting because of the late night client calls that I keep on saying yes to. My creativity habit is fighting because I'm like reacting to what the urgency of that meeting is telling me to do. And my reaction is winning. Not because we are weak, my friends are weak, not that I am weak. It's because old habits feel like, they have a home field advantage. It has been there for so long. And I'm not failing at my new habits. It's just that my old ones, like, were a little bit more stronger. And I haven't completely analyzed and, escaped from them. And honestly, till this point, I haven't even like thought of it that, this like creating a sense of urgency and connecting and being too available was this problem. And because of this, it feels like a domino effect to rest of it. So, like, the common ones is like, I feel that if I am available to someone, I am valuable. They want to speak with me, they want to talk with me. And it's something which for me as an identity is like, I'm a people pleaser. This is something I've been hearing for a long period of time, and it leaks from my identity into my habits. So even when I want to focus on things, my nervous system still chooses like the access. Like urgency feels meaningful, responsiveness feels responsible. A lot of the times, subconsciously, you try to delay the thing so that there is a sense of urgency to the matter, and then it's like, you try to finish that task at the last moment because it feels urgent at that time. But urgency is not, alignment, and availability is not a commitment that you have to make. And this is where your new habits or new year habits keeps on collapsing. Is because you didn't remove the identity that feeds the old habits. You have never analyzed these things. So the system reverts back to its old version of itself, which feels a lot more comfortable, and it feels that it was at least running a little bit proper. So here is a framework that I want you to use. I've been working on it since last week, and I think it has helped me manage my habits, my new found things that I want to get better at, a little bit better. I'm not saying it's perfect, but at least it gives me a perspective to think from rather than all the motivational videos. Is that it's not a habit tracker that you can find. It's not a motivational trick or a hack that you can find. It's a simple habit leak audit that you can do. And you can ask yourself like these three questions. The habit leak audit is question number one is, what habit from 2025 is still running my days? Is it the overwork, right? You can put down your own words. It doesn't have to make sense to other people. And question number two is that what new habit am I trying to build on top of it? For example, is it like am I trying to be more focused? Am I trying to be more healthy? Am I trying to be more content, generate more content? Am I trying to put out more of my creativity, right? And third question is like, what one structural advantage do I have, right? It's like if it doesn't make sense, let's apply it to my issue of being too available. So my old habit is like I respond too fast, and I try to stay reachable. The minute someone texted, "Hey, are you available for a quick call?" Within maybe 10 minutes, I text them back that yeah, we can connect today. They might show up 30 minutes, 1 hour late, and I still stay available on that call because it's night, I don't have any further work, and I feel like, just I can just finish this off and then we can discuss it or take it tomorrow. So because of that, like I'm trying to build on top of that, my new habit is, trying to get a little bit more health, get up on time so that I'm able to do a little bit more of a deep work in the morning itself and do some strategic thinking about the business and the clients. So both of these things, that the availability and health and deep thinking, are not able to coexist with each other without a conflict. So instead of forcing discipline, I'm trying to remove my access, because every time I become too available, the other thing suffers. Like at night, somebody texts me, I am working on it, and by the time I am laying down on my bed, I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about the solutions. I had already fixed this overthinking problem a little bit, and I was able to get a little bit better. But because of this availability issue that I was facing, I wasn't able to like get it on time. And during this few weeks, there were certain leaks. Of course, there were like a lot of wins. I was able to get up on time. I was able to focus on the work. I was able to get more leads. But slowly and steadily, this old habit started creeping in, and it started ruining my New Year's resolution habits. And I thought, okay, it's just one day. Maybe tomorrow I can pick it up. But it keeps on lingering on, and then a lot of my old habits came back. So, you remove access, and the remove is not a habit, it's a sentence that I think I'm gonna chant for this year, is that, in 2026, I'm no longer available for XYZ clients, XYZ processes, reactive communication. I'm not gonna be accessible at the cost of my own progress in 2026. And then this is the critical, like we translate this identity into the systems, not just vibes. Like I read this post where they were saying that your business reflects your habits. And once I started analyzing that, I was like, most of the leaks in my business is because of my own habits. If I can't fix my own habits, the business won't fix itself. So here's the line I want you to remember by at the end of this video is that you can't build new habits inside old permissions. 26 isn't about getting more motivated. It is not, it doesn't need more ambition from you. What it needs is a list of a carryover from 2025. What you need to shed as a snake so that a new skin can come up. And it needs, before you write your routines, before you redo your resolutions or live to your resolutions, write this list. Not available 2026 version. In fact, do it like a non-negotiable 2026. Write down 10 lines. One that might scare you, one that is like ruining your system, one that you want as a system to rule. And that's how you're gonna build your new habits that can actually change, that can actually sustain. It's not gonna be by thinking about it again and again. It's gonna be by redesigning and introspecting about the things. So comment what you think, that what old habits are leaking into your new year. Is it perfectionism? And I'll get to understand that what I might be able to talk in the next video. So if this is something that resonated with you, something that you find at least a little bit of helpful out of this video, then you are in the right place. And if you feel like you are in the right place and you feel like there's something that we could be doing a little bit better, there's something like the negatives and positives that you think are in the video, is it like the way of delivery, anything that can help me make this channel and reach out to better people, better builders, people who want to hustle, people who want to create, people who want to build, and just starting to like record these videos in a very raw format. And slowly and steadily, I want to build around this community. So if this is something that resonates, please like, share, quietly subscribe. You don't need to yell out to the world. We are not chasing like a hustle here where you have to like keep on doing things. We are building systems that will last. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
It's 8:07, I board the blue line.